Good morning. What's up, y'all? It's your boy ARP, and we back with the Sorry It's True podcast. What do we got? Episode 423. Happy Saturday, happy weekend, everybody. Hope y'all had a productive and alive week. Everybody's doing their thing. Shout out to everybody waking up nice and early today and getting to it. Let's have a good weekend as well, people. Shout out to Soul Over Gold. This is a hat that they sent me prior. You know what I'm saying? I try my best to support the folks that support me. So I appreciate y'all once again. Shout out to them. Y'all know what we're here for today, right? So we are concluding week one of the Diddy trial. What do we have? 3 days, was it? Yeah, of Cassie's testimony and a day and a half from the defense and the cross examination, as well as a day and a half from the prosecution. I'm going to do a full recap and breakdown and reaction to yesterday, her final day, giving testimony up on the stand. We're going to go through that. I think we have some statements that came from her attorney, or was it her husband's attorney, or both of their attorneys? Yes. So I want to see some of the reaction coming from the husband after hearing his wife going through all of this. We have some celebrity reactions from the trial thus far. I'm going to ask y'all how y'all feel about it thus far. Which side are you leaning on? Guilty, not guilty? By the time we close out all the Diddy stuff and the Cassie testimony, you know, we're gonna jump on that angle for a second and see where we stand. Even though there's still a lot of witnesses to come and there's still a lot of more trial that's gonna happen. So, but this was supposed to be the star witness, so we'll see where we get after all of this. What else do we got today? What else? Got a quick Justin Bieber topic. I'm glad that Jim Jones responded to Styles P. Did y'all see yesterday's stream or yesterday's full episode upload? See, today we live, but yesterday I just uploaded the full episode for y'all. But Jim Jones responded to Styles P. And if you go to yesterday's stream, you're gonna see my reaction to when Styles P addressed Jim Jones. I had a funny take on that. What else do we got? What's going on with Akademiks and Camron and Mace? We'll touch on that for a second. What else do I see up here? I got some other things that checks and balances sent to me that we're going to touch on real quick, but I feel like a big piece of the stream is going to get pretty much eaten up by the Diddy updates. What do we expect? Every time we've done one of these full recap days, it's been a while. It takes a second to get through it. It's a lot of details that we read through and then I react to. So I got you. Oh yeah, and towards the end, since it's a Saturday, we'll probably do some music and some movies. You know how we do on this channel. So once again, good morning to everybody that's coming in. I see some of the members coming in. Shout out to everybody that's joining the chat. Anything else that I need to give y'all updates on? Yeah, you just got to keep your subscriptions on and your notifications on because there's just so much content that's going to the channel these days. And I feel like by the time we get another weekend, maybe 2 weeks tops, you guys will understand the nature of the platform now as far as like all the content and how we're making sure that we're getting everything to you guys, covering everything as much as possible for y'all. All right. But there will be more lives that I got to continue to mix in during the day and definitely on the weekends. Keep an eye out for us going live, of course. All right, let's get working. I think that's about it, right? I think that's about it. Nesta Goat, I see you. I said eating up time, man. I don't play the pause game. Leave me alone. I hate the chat. I don't play the pause game. All right. You got to train your mind to think about that. That's another topic. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Week 1 is completed. Day 5. Let's pull up the updates and the closeout from Cassie's cross-examination and her final day testifying. How do y'all feel about her getting rushed off of the stand and out of court by the judge? You know, we didn't hear that until day 1 of her, or I should say her first day being cross-examined was getting said. All of a sudden, reports were coming out that the judge was taking a firm position. Hey, you guys better finish up. Day and a half for them, day and a half for y'all. How do y'all feel about that? Did y'all feel like Cassie being the star witness should have been up there for another day, more days? Do you feel like there's more details that the prosecution needed to hone in on based on the testimony that she was given, or vice versa for the defense? But it was fair. You get this amount of time, you get the same amount of time. So you really can't complain about that. That's on the prosecution and that's on the defense. But let's get to the recap. Let's get to it. All right. And we're going to start like this too. This is now 8:45 when things are stirring up in court. Let's get this reminder real quick. A reminder of Diddy, of what he's in court for. All right. Sean Diddy Combs facing 5 felony charges: racketeering, conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. So it's good that we just get a quick recap of what he's being charged for. The hip hop mogul was initially charged with 3 offenses: racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. I like this because I want to know how we feel about some of these charges from week 1 and y'all star witness Cassie being on the stand. Do you feel like any of this has been compounded yet? Okay. 2 extra counts, one each of sex trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution were added earlier in May. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges. All right. What the charges mean: racketeering broadly means engaging in an illegal scheme or enterprise. I don't feel nothing about no enterprise yet. Just shit, hell, we got Cassie setting up freak offs with him, right? That came out week 1. And charge falls under Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, the RICO, in the U.S. According to the U.S. Justice Department definition of RICO statute, is also illegal to conspire to violate the law. So even if you conspire over the RICO, you could catch some charges. All right. The prosecution alleges that between 2008 and 2004, Combs led a racketeering conspiracy that engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice, among other crimes. All right, so that's just a quick recap. And we will at least get through Cassie's testimony. I'm going to give y'all my full reaction of what I feel about his charges. And did Cassie help, hurt? How did the defense and the prosecution come out of week 1? All right. In pictures, Q's form outside of court, Cassie's husband arrives again. He's been walking up kind of stone-faced, as would be expected. He's got to be having a hard time in there. I did see reports that he's been very supportive after her closing out her testimony, her final day on the stand. He's standing next to her. He's standing by her. I did a clip that I put up asking y'all a question. If you sitting there hearing that your wife was gargling piss, had sores in her mouth, and she allegedly got awed, but then still slept with him afterwards, and she was trying to use freak offs to get even close. I want to be the girlfriend, or I want to be the wife, dog. Like, can you hear all of this and your relationship not be affected? So at least right here for the public, he's standing firm. He might be having nightmares for a few months, though. All right, court is in session. Cassie told Diddy, "I'm not a rag doll." This is now 9:57 a.m. They're starting to get things rolling. Cassie is back on the stand, and defense cross-examination continues. Defense attorney Anna Estavo picks up her line of questioning, asking about the period around the incident at the Intercontinental in March 2016. But they went straight back to the video again. Okay, maybe they left Thursday, and Friday morning they was just like, hold on, there's some stuff we left on the table there. This is when the hip-hop mogul allegedly attacked Cassie as she tried to leave during a freak-off session. Estavo asked about Sean Diddy Combs' drug use at the time, and Cassie says she believes he was intoxicated while at the hotel. They went back to that to just continue to drive the point home of him not being 100% himself. So when she's up there testifying, oh yeah, when this happened and he awed me on the floor, his eyes was black. Oh, this time, yeah, when we come down and we start going through withdrawals, even me, I'm very agitated. I'm sick. I feel this. I feel that. How is Diddy when he's high, when he's coming down off of a high? He's explosive. He's this, he's that. You expect the defense to try to paint pictures around that. I don't know how far you're going to get trying to say like, oh, during all these attacks that he did on Cassie and all this verbal or physical abuse, he was high. He was drunk. That's our cop out. But the jury is still going to factor that in. So the defense is going with that angle. The court has shown a text Cassie sent to Combs on the 10th of March 2016, in which he says, when you get fucked up the wrong way, you always want to show me you have the power to knock me around. I am not a rag doll. I am someone's child. Why would the defense want to show that? What good can come of that text message? I mean, we just said that's going in the lane of when you're drunk, when you're high. Are they really gonna mount that up? The defense? Is that really a thing that they think they're gonna get away with? All right, we're gonna see. Cassie denies dance with Chris Brown as Diddy ran off with her phone. What is this about? Estavo moves on. They got a typo there. Estavo moves on to an incident in which Combs is said to have believed Cassie was cheating on him in 2018, and Cassie answers the relationship was over by then. Yeah, every time I think you cheating or you stepping out or you with your now husband, or when you went to Drake's tour, or when we hear about Michael B. Jordan's name coming up, or all these little side quests, side missions, she's always gonna say it was a break. Is that really a thing with y'all? A break? A break? You know, if we together, we together. It ain't no break if we can't come back together if I go do something on the side. Then it's not a break. You know what I'm saying? We just fussing, we fighting, we beefing, we not talking. These long relationships, sometimes you could get distant for weeks. Hell, if you in that deep with somebody, it could be for months. Imagine you with somebody 10, 15 years, you got a family together and all this type of stuff, and then you go through some major drama. You might have to get into y'all corners for even a couple months to repair that. Hell, if Shannon Sharp could spend 10 million to save 100 million, why can't I take 3 months to fix what we built in 15 years? Why did I use that as a comparison? I don't know. It was really just a time thing. All right, chat, don't kill me for that. Clip that. Somebody clip that. All right. Cassie says Combs then ran off with her phone and was gone for a couple of hours. Later, speaking with the man she was dating, who was described as a professional NFL player. Yo, Cassie, your resume is really coming out, right? You starting to look a little bit on some Kim K early days shit. Well, Kim K still today in some people's eyes and opinions, or Amber Rose, for example, or Ruby Rose, or allegedly all these women that just keep, you see them pop up with all these different celebrities. Like once they're in that mix, there's a crop full of celebrity men that want to fuck with you too. Who, Amber Rose, that big name? Oh yeah, I took that down too. Who, Kim K? Yeah, me. It's like the Me Too fucking movement. All these celebrities sharing each other. They don't give a fuck about nobody's history. None of them. None of them. I'm a very, very secure man, but I don't feel like being on the red carpet with somebody that was doing a freak off with my now wife. I'm cool. There's got to be something else out there for me. There got to be. An NFL star, Michael B. Jordan accusations or rumors, and this person and that person. Yeah, Cassie, you got in a lifestyle. You a celebrity now at this point, and you in the same circles and the same mix, shorty. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's not wrong with dating. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, all right, let's go. But obviously, the defense brought this up for a reason. So it ain't just me. Estavo uses the word cheating in her description of the relationship, which Cassie says is incorrect, as it was a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship between her and her new partner. So this is another break in which you had a whole boyfriend-girlfriend situation that was established. If so, no problem. Cassie is then asked about a time she was dancing with Chris Brown, answering, I don't remember it, adding she wasn't dancing with the singer. At this point, the prosecution objects. Objection. And the line of questioning moves on, with Cassie confirming there were other occasions when Combs took my phone, my car, my watch when he was angry with her. Taking the car is crazy. Taking the phone is crazy too. The watch, it's not me. Don't misinterpret me. I'm not that type of person. But I could kind of see a guy like Diddy snatching like a gift. I just bought you this $500,000 watch, and not, bitch, I think you cheating. Give me the fucking watch back. Little Dirk got lyrics about taking titties back, fake titties back, right? Give me them titties back, bitch. Right? As these rappers even be rapping about that shit, I don't hear nobody complaining then. So I can see Diddy, what? I just bought you that AP. Give me that shit back, bitch. I just read these text messages. But taking the cars and the phones, that's treating somebody like a child, man. Like, come on, man. No home for you. What? No home? What? No car for you. That's how I get around. I'm an independent woman. No? Oh, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just your fucking toy. Either way, it's a bad look to me. Cassie heard saying in audio recording, I will fuck you up and it won't be my hand. Uh-oh, who's sending threats? Who's sending threats? Estavo asks about Cassie learning of a recording of her out in the public and her concern. It might have been a freak off. Estavo says one of Combs' security staff was with her in Sedona, Arizona at the time, which was a trip to take a break from drugs and partying. Yeah, when did they come back down to earths? Cassie agrees Combs was encouraging her to get to the bottom of it. All right. So is the bottom of it meaning getting flushed out, getting cleaned out, going through your pookie withdrawals, stepping away from all that drugs and freak off stuff for a second, wash yourself out. All right. A conversation is then played. Oh, they got the audio going in there. Okay. A conversation is now played to the court of Cassie appearing to threaten a man she believes may have the video. Cassie asks him if he has it on his phone and then threatens him when he doesn't show her. She is heard saying, "Where is it? You are telling me nothing right now. You have it or you don't have it. I don't fucking see that. It is my fucking life and I will kill you. If you have it, pull it up or I will kill you and I will have, and I will, and he will kill you again." Who's him? Who's he? Who's he will kill you again? I'm tired of you talking shit. This ain't crazy. This all right. How many people say I'm gonna fucking kill you in the midst of an argument? I ain't gonna OD with this. You know, if she's chasing somebody around for some footage that she thinks could hurt her, she in this situation gonna use it. I get it. She's threatening people too. Diddy created a monster. I don't know. I ain't doing too much with that, people. I'm gonna stay fair. She goes on to accuse the man of playing games, adding, "I will kill you. I have never killed someone in my life, but you are fucking with me in my life now." Oh, it's getting a little worse. I ain't gonna lie. "I will show you the video. You are playing games because you said you saw the video. I will fuck you up and it won't be my hand." See, that I don't like. I ain't gonna lie. That's different to me. Chat, I know that's got to be different to y'all as well. In a relationship, you got people that's gonna say shit to each other. Sometimes they joking, sometimes it's just the way that people talk. You know, I'm not the only one in the fucking world that be like, "What? You better shut up before I beat the shit out of you." And I've never hit a woman in my life, right? But I might say it sarcastically or jokingly or whatever. Like that's this is how people talk and have fun sometimes. Now, if a woman tells me that, if I'm walking through the kitchen and we got some little beef or whatever, she says, "All right, keep playing. I'm gonna fuck around and kill you." It goes nowhere. That's what comes with knowing somebody. All right, that goes nowhere. If I know the person very well, I know this is how we talk to each other. Not a big deal. If you start to threaten me with other people, that is night and day. If that same woman, we in the crib, we in the kitchen, and we going through a little rough day or whatever, and she says, "I'm gonna tell you right now. Remember my old trainer or my brother that you never met? I'm gonna fuck around and have him kill you." I'm interpreting that way different. It just comes off different. That I treat as a real threat. All right. So I was laughing earlier when Cassie was like, "Yo, I'll kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill you." Nigga, people say that shit every day. I'm trying to be fair. But now you trying to say it won't be my hand? Oh, so you sending hits now. That's not gonna fly. Yeah, we not letting that one go easily. So Cassie, chill out. Chill out. But what do you expect from the defense? They got to create the same pictures of her that the prosecution was trying to create of Diddy. Estavo goes on to say, Combs spent time and money to make the problem of the recording go away. Cassie says she doesn't know the details. Oh, so he held you down there, huh? Okay, you don't know the details though. Bullshit. I forgot. I don't remember. I was threatening the nigga, telling him I'll kill him. But as far as what happened after that, I don't know. I just know it went away. Yeah, conveniently. Concern over use of escorts from TV show called Gigolos. All right, I think I remember that. I think I remember that show. I didn't watch it, but I think I remember when it was out. An escort service used by Sean Combs for his parties, Cowboys for Angels, is discussed, and the fact that it appeared in a TV show called Gigolos. Cassie agrees she had been concerned that escorts involved in the Showtime program had also been invited to freak offs, and that there was a risk of details of the parties becoming more widely known. When asked about the escort who was featured and if they had been invited to a freak off, Cassie says, "I have never seen the show, so I don't know." Yeah, I got so many guys coming in and out of these freak offs. I don't know who is who. Yeah, B. All right. In pictures, Diddy's son arrive at court. All right. This is like a little photo op moment, that little intermission that they're taking right here. Okay. His family showing up being supportive. On yesterday's stream, when we was going through these pictures of them and had their ages on them, you forget sometimes these grown men, 28, 31, they're grown men, B. They're catching charges themselves too, right? Unfortunately, but they definitely, some of them definitely got some charges on them or had. I forget if some of them were dismissed, but all right. Cassie opens up on treatment for trauma and drug addiction. The line of questioning moves on to Cassie's use of drugs. She tells the court she has been taking Suboxone. What the hell is that? Suboxone? What is that? For an opioid addiction in 2022. Y'all got all these wild remedies that y'all come across. The prescription medication is a combination drug containing buprenorphine or whatever that is, and naloxone. Yeah, I don't know none of this shit. I'm sorry. I'm not in that world. I don't want to be in that world. Cassie says she sought further help as an inpatient at Willow House, a rehabilitation center in Arizona. I thought you said that. I thought she said testified the other day they never did the rehab thing. Now here we're talking about a rehab center. She describes receiving EMDR, eye movement designation, and reprocessing treatment once a week during her 45-day stay. What the hell your eye movement got to do with shit? Damn, these freak offs was bugged out on y'all bodies. Cassie says it helps recount memories. Y'all got to do eye movements in the rehab shit to bring back y'all memories? Is that bad testimony right here too? Can they now turn around and be like, if you got to go to rehab and do these little eye thing tricks or whatever to bring back your memories and invoke thought, invoke this piece of your brain over here, then how do I know that all this shit that you're saying right now in these recants is sound? And process them, adding, they hook you up to a machine and it regulates your brain waves. It lets you complete a trauma that you cut off. Somewhere in the world, people are getting some of these reactions coming out of court. They be like, shit, I'm on drugs. Shit, I do ecstasy and I do all of this. I don't got none of that access that y'all got. Y'all got it good. There's drug abusers in the world right now that's seeing this and like, shit. When I do all my pills or oxycodone or opioids or whatever, when I come down, I just got to deal with it. Y'all got eye treatment, memory treatment, massaging. They testified the other day. IVs, personal doctors that probably pull up to the crib allegedly, right? That'd be a real thing. How do you think some of these people be getting like? Wasn't there reports of Kanye? He had the laughing gas. He was suing a dentist that he got addicted to laughing gas. But how did he have the tanks to get laughing gas in his crib? Right? Look at the situation with Kendrick and Drake. When Kendrick put out that album cover with the T-shirt and the prescription pills and all that, and all the Ozempic, some of that stuff, like you think the Drakes and the Kendricks or the Diddys or the Cassies of the world is walking into your local hospital or emergency room, or definitely emergency room if need be, but walking into your local hospital in a mix of everybody else in the lobby. Hey, I'm Diddy. I'm going through some trauma from drugs of the past freak off and this wild weekend. Can I get some medications? Can I see a doctor about some? No, they got access. You know, it's a different type of money and circles that they got. They got private doctors and surgeons coming to your crib and get your ass done in your crib. Like, it's what money does. It's what money does. So don't do drugs, people. But shit, y'all got a lot of resources if y'all gonna be doing this shit. Maybe that's why when I see y'all walking down the red carpet, everybody looks fine. Because all the resources y'all got and how you got to go through all these freak offs, and then you got all this shit going on to put you back together. Should I say allegedly? I mean, we're fucking reading it. Allegedly. The rehabilitation center describes itself as offering inpatient treatment for women experiencing a wide range of sex and intimacy issues, including love addiction, sexual compulsivity, unhealthy relationship patterns, sexual trauma, toxic relationships, and co-occurring mental health and substance abuse issues. So damn near feels like all of that shit can apply to her, right? And she can get all those services at one-stop shop for what y'all got going on. Cassie says she wasn't treated for sex or love addiction. Oh yeah, she was definitely gonna try to take that off the table, huh? Because the cross would have used that piece specifically. You're in here for sex addiction, so you was addicted to the freak offs, huh? Yeah, she escaped that one. All right, short break in proceedings. All right, hearings resume, and then they get back at about right before 12, 11:49. Okay. Text from Cassie suggests freak off with girl. Oh, the court returns to text messages between Cassie and Combs, which had previously been mentioned in court during her cross examination. In April 2010 exchange, Cassie tells Diddy, I want to talk to you about something tomorrow. Going to sleep. Love you. Don't you hate when people do that? The open-ended fucking, hey, what's up? I reply back on text, hey, what's good? Hey, I just want to let you know I want to talk to you tomorrow. You letting it hover. Like, bitch, say the shit. Like, or call me or something. The fuck? Or just tell me tomorrow when we see each other. She confirms to the lawyer Stavo she was going to tell him she no longer wanted to be part of the freak offs and was concerned he'd react badly. She moves on to text in which she suggested a freak off with a girl, to which Combs answered, what makes you want to do that? Why isn't his answer, bet, let's do it? Why is his answer a question? Yeah, get all these guys out of here. She's the one that's trying to bring a woman in. Diddy, get your freaky ass, get these guys out of here, nigga. Fuck is you doing? I'm the only star in my fantasies, B. I'm sorry. I'm not a cuckold, the exhibitionist, and none of that. I ain't turned on by no other nigga in the equation. Fuck is y'all Lord, B? Huh? The court hears that Combs was dating another woman called Gina during at least half of Cassie's relationship with him. All right, a little side. Got a side to the side, right? Cassie describes alleged R after Malibu dinner. Okay. So this isn't the one that she said was at the end of their relationship on her living room floor. This is a different one in Malibu. And yo, getting odd on vacation is crazy. Allegedly. What? All right, let's check it out. In her lawsuit, Cassie alleges Sean Diddy Combs awed her in 2018 after they had split up. She says she was dating her. All right, it is the same one. Thank God. She says she was dating her future husband Alex Fine by this time. Is it? How's it Malibu then? Describing the allegation, Cassie agrees that Combs had been attempting to convince her to go to Burning Man Festival in Nevada and had taken her out for dinner at an Italian restaurant in Malibu in August 2018. She says it was after the meal Combs took her home and awed her. Cassie says Combs was acting strangely at dinner. She says she can't remember if he seemed anxious or not. She is asked by his lawyer Stavo if she believes that it was related to his bipolar disorder, and Cassie answers yes. That gotta help the defense then, right? And the lawyer, this is the cross examination from the defense side. They threw out that bipolar shit. So now this coming out that he's bipolar. So they lobbed that into her, and she damn sure gave the answer that they wanted. Yes. A text message sent by Cassie to Combs the following day shows her using a heart emoji. Estavo asks if it's correct. She went on to see Combs again because you were together for so many years because you can't just turn off feelings. And you still had feelings for him at that point. Cassie agrees. There is a discussion over dates as the lawsuit Cassie filed says the R happened in September, but she told prosecutors in April that the R happened in August. All right, date conflict. If you notice, Cassie, during her prosecution, all the days that she's been up there, I'm sorry, during the testimony of all the days that she's been up there, it's always I want to make him happy. I went back because you can't just turn feelings off and on. Yes, I slept with him again even after he R'd me. And she needs to stay consistent with that because there's an angle that has yet to ever come out. And we'll see if it finally comes out in this recap. But the defense never attacked her for being an opportunist. And I think a lot of people were expecting that. Hell, when she first filed her lawsuit, remember people like Slim Thug and people that was on Cassie's heels? This was before the hotel video came out. Everybody's just like, oh, here goes another one filing for 10, 20, 30, 40 million dollars. She rich guy, you're not there no more. Here comes a lawsuit. Here we go again. We're desensitized to this shit. But then when the video dropped, we was like, oh, we not you, Cassie. We apologize. You actually are justified. All these other thousands of women, we still feel away. Right? But I'm not seeing that come into any of her cross-examination or when the prosecution had her up there. There's no painting of her being a gold digger or an opportunist. I'm not seeing that yet. Instead, it's like y'all up there triggering the feelings between y'all two. No, I always loved him. I still love our past. Didn't her has a little small connection that's happening in the middle of the court still. Like the fuck. All right. So date conflict there. It was in August around the time of the meal. Combs sent a text saying, I know I look bad to you. I could tell you I didn't turn you on yesterday. Or I could tell I didn't turn you on yesterday. I fell off. That's not an R. To be honest, that just reads like a nigga didn't perform. You know what I'm saying? You had a bad day when y'all was handling y'all handle. I have love for the past, says Cassie. When asked if she hates Sean Combs, Cassie says, "This is what I mean about them having a little small connection in there." Cassie says she does not. His lawyer Anastavo asks, Do you still have love for him? Cassie answers, I have love for the past, what it was. That's almost like a no regrets thing. If you tell me you have love for the past of what it was, that's a no regrets. Not just the fact that you got 10 million from the hotel and 20 million from him. I hate to throw the money out there. And you've moved on, you're married, you have a beautiful new family. But this is the legal side of things, people. That's a no regrets indication. If I had to do it all over again, I would ask that. If you had to do it all over again, would you? She would probably say yes, minus the abuse. And then the husband got to hear that. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Diddy passing notes to the lawyer as she questions Cassie. Sean Combs has been paying close attention to today's cross-examining of Cassie, her ex-partner of more than a decade, as he should. Once I say, be on the front lines of your own team. It's your life. The lawyers won't have to do a day in jail if you can convict it. You will. In court, he's been leaning in to read transcripts on the monitor in front of him. He's been passing down notes to Anastavo, the lawyer questioning Cassie today. The hip-hop mogul has also been whispering with Mark Anifalo. So, yeah, you're never going to really catch his voice that loud, right? He's going to whisper. He's going to hear her say something. He's going to write a little post-it, pass it to his attorney. When you get back up there after this break, ask her about this. She said that? Hell no. You write it down, pass it down. Hell no. He knows more than anybody in there. At the end of the day, there's nobody in that courtroom that knows more of what happened around any of these situations than Diddy. Nobody. So, yeah, be on your own team. Husband punched the wall when he heard of the R. All right. So this is the husband's reaction. Yeah, it's got to be tough for him to go through all of this with her. It's got to be tough on both of them. Cassie confirmed she went on to see Combs on the 27th of September 2018 and that they had sex that night. She says her now husband, personal trainer Alex Fine, attempted to FaceTime her during the evening, and Combs saw who was calling. When asked if this was in the middle of intercourse, Cassie says she doesn't know. This was consensual, though. This came after the alleged R. She does confirm. She later said she had a great night with Combs. So that night was great after the alleged R. It's a lot of back and forth, people. And your now husband hit you during that time. Y'all was both cheating on each other. I mean, it is what it is. She says she didn't tell her now. She says she didn't tell her now husband she had been r'd by Combs at the time, but that he punched the wall when she later told him. Oh, so this isn't that he's punching walls in court. This was back in the past when she put them on. Okay. Court breaks for lunch. The court will now break for how much time they begin? Half an hour. That's it. And be back in session. All right. All y'all begin is a half an hour. Chat, how y'all feeling so far? How we feeling so far? Cal Capone, I see you, homie. Salute. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Shout out to the chat. Good morning, y'all. How y'all feeling so far about Cassie's cross exam? This is her last time up on the stand. How y'all feeling? I'm looking at the chat. The court is in break right now, so we're gonna take a quick break too, and I'm gonna look at the chat. What y'all got? How y'all feeling? Overall, was the Cassie? Did she do more helping for Diddy's defense, or did she do more harm to Diddy's defense? And I'm talking about the overall totality of her being on the stand during the prosecution as well as the cross examination. How y'all feel? Oh, sincerely, Tiff Marie said she enjoyed every moment. Oh shit! I love to see the women's reactions. Joe Dirt in the building. Joe Dirt from Checks and Balances checking in. What's up, Joe? Yeah, because I wouldn't have remembered this name right here. But shout out to Joe. The Checks and Balances chat be rocking. MSM says, Cassie cross examination. Oh, we in dark and spooky. Kelson, our member, says Cassie is not a victim in a lot of people's eyes at this point. Yeah, chat. How we feeling so far? I mean, that's it. This was the star witness. This is it. We're gonna finish this recap and reaction of her right here, and then that's it. Cassie's done. Cal Capone says she wasn't no victim. I'll say that. Sincerely, Tiff Marie says so far helping Diddy. Wow. All right. All right, chat. I see y'all. What's this? Yeah. All right. All right. All right. Let's get back from the court break. Let's see what's going on. Let's finish off Cassie's testimony. All right. Hearing resumes as defense tells Cassie we're almost finished. All right. So they're about to close out with her. Damn, last night, man. 1 or 2 drinks is hitting me this morning. We went hard. We are lucky to be alive. Diddy told Cassie in text. That type of partying, huh? He's got to have a crown for the king of partying. B. Remember that video for LeBron? Ain't no party like a Diddy party or whatever. He's got it. He's got the crown. He's got the crown. The Diddy parties and freak offs, they got to be retired at this point. So it's got to be one of those things like, were you there? Like Freak Nick in Atlanta. If you missed it, you missed it. Like for when they was popping, did you get a chance to go? Oh shit. Focus now shifts to a series of messages between Diddy and Cassie on the 22nd of March in 2019. In them, Combs is congratulating Cassie, who says she was pregnant at the time. Oh, okay. Combs writes, "Congrats, you will make a beautiful mother. God bless." Oh, he was still keeping a little tap in. Okay. In another message, she says, "Sending you love and light. What a difference a year makes. Really happy for you. Have a blessed day." Okay. Is that flirting? Is he just testing the water, seeing, yo, is she accessible? Can I get her back? I don't know. Is he tapping in? Is he trying to just keep a nice relationship still? He goes on to thank her for responding to his messages, saying, "It means more than you know. Please know I'm always here if you need me." All right. Where's the replies to that? In a longer message from Combs, he says, "I'm trying. Just had an operation. Hope this is the last one. I pray for the way you can sit down and I can let you know all about things I'm reflecting on. I thank God for the time we had together. You are the greatest woman in the world. Don't ever forget that." Yeah, so he's continuing to tap in. He's trying to have a sit down, huh? He's trying to rekindle. In her responses, Cassie says, "I don't hate you. I never have." Combs says, "One day I hope you can forgive me. We went hard. We are lucky to be alive. You deserve the world. I'm glad you found someone to love you and respect you. When asked to explain the message, Cassie says, "We partied a lot," and also confirms that at the time she was still having addiction issues. So she's not. We're not getting no text messages, at least here, of like cosign. She's being as she should be. She's moved on. She's pregnant, starting a new family. But he's still over there. Diddy, leave a pregnant woman alone, B. What's wrong with you? Or is it more so like, man, I know what we did. Like you said, we went hard. We could have died. Let me just make sure that none of this shit that me and her did gets out. Keep tabs on her. Cassie texted Diddy, "I don't want to freak off for the last time." All right. Defense lawyer Anna Estavo finishes her line of question by reading out a message from Combs sent in 2012, referring to freak offs. Combs writes, "Do you want to have our last FO tonight?" Our last one. Cassie is asked to read out her response. Damn, why are they making her read it? "I don't want to freak off for the last time. I want it to be the first time for the rest of our lives." With that, cross examination is over, with her shutting down the last freak off request. Okay, cross examination over, but Cassie can't leave just yet. Why not? Cassie is nearly ready to leave the court after 4 days of testimony. Diddy's defense team has now finished their examination, with the prosecution now questioning her. The prosecution comes back. Once they're done, the defense will have another chance to question Cassie, but it's now fair to say her role in the trial is nearly over. Okay. Let's move on. "I was opened up to a world of chaos," says Cassie. The prosecution it's getting some last little, all right. Cassie's redirect, okay, as was outlined in the post below, now begins, led by prosecutor Emily Johnson. She asks about the messages Cassie has been shown in court with her and Combs showing love for each other. Cassie confirms Combs was indeed kind and loving, but when asked if that lasted, she says no. Elaborating, when those periods didn't last, there was a downsizing when he wasn't happy anymore. She explains how she was impacted by Combs' moods, saying, "I was affected in various ways. It affected my career. If he wanted to have a freak off, my career would take a back seat. I had to get myself ready, the room ready, the entertainment, the escorts." That's another thing I'm noticing too. There's no testimony from Cassie that all these other people are organizing it. We're hearing Diddy and we're hearing her. We're not hearing about the handler or the house helper or some madam. I haven't heard none of that testimony yet. So I was expecting to hear some of that as the creation and the setting up of the freak offs, because that can then start to tie into some of the forced labor and all this other stuff. Like, I thought we are going to be hearing a lot more accusations towards the handlers. Months ago, we saw reports of the people that got paid to clean up the freak offs. Ew. None of that is mentioned so far, at least from week one and going back and forth in the midst of Cassie's testimony. So no other people getting tied in. And I kind of expected the prosecution to use her, because they're saying she's a star witness. She's right there next to Diddy, as per her own words, his shadow. So even though nobody knows more than Diddy, shit, who's number two? Cassie. She knows a ton. So I would have thought the prosecution would have lobbed in some questions that would tie in other people and use Cassie as like, well, if she's saying it, it got to be true because she's right there in the middle of the tornado. And I didn't get none of that. Cassie says during the relationship, Combs would put her down, adding, "I was opened up to the world of chaos and his lifestyle, and I wanted approval. It was a whole other world I didn't know or understand at the time. It was a lot." Okay. Johnson refers to an explicit text she sent to Combs, asked, "Throughout your entire time with him, who did you want to have sex with?" Cassie replies, "Just him." No means no, people. I had that rant the other day. Cassie's music career under the microscope. I had to give him all the attention. Speaking about her career, Cassie admits it was affected by her relationship with Combs. She says, "I put out music, but it wasn't the same. It was different because I had to give him all the attention because he was the person running everything. All right. During the earlier cross examination, Cassie confirmed that in October 2023, she has moved with her husband and their children back to her parents' house in Connecticut. Why? Why y'all living with y'all parents in 2023? Why? When asked if it was for financial reasons, she says, no, we were transitioning to the East Coast. Okay. All right. While all of our stuff is in storage and we sold our old house and we about to cop this new house on the East Coast, we ain't getting into an Airbnb or a hotel. We're just gonna stay at our parents. Okay, no big deal. Cassie confirmed she was planning a tour around that time. Who would have bought tickets to a Cassie tour in 2023? When asked if the reason she later canceled the tour was due to the $20 million settlement she received from Sean Combs, she said that wasn't the reason why. Yo, I was planning a tour in 2023, which I don't remember her having any energy, no songs, no talk, no headlines. Her name is nothing. 2023? Unless her accusations came out in 2023, right? Is that the only thing that made her hot then? What tour? What was she going to perform on tour? What songs? A tour? And then the $20 million settlement comes 24 hours later after it's filed and she cancels her tour. She said that wasn't the reason why. Well, tell me the fucking reason why then. That's funny, B. All right. Well, a lot of people would. It's no different than the people that hit the lottery and they walk into their job and they say, fuck you, you're cool. All right. He hit me in the eye. Cassie details alleged hotel beating. Again? Back to the hotel again? Damn, let her. How much more do y'all need at the hotel? If y'all still need more hotel at this point, then y'all missed something. Like y'all screwed that up. That should have been the first thing that y'all flushed out. The courts is now hearing more details around the hotel incident when Diddy allegedly beat and dragged Cassie in the hallway. They're still saying allegedly. He apologized for it, and we've all seen a video. Cassie tells prosecutor Johnson during freak off, he hit me in the eye and left before he said it was over. She says Combs then followed me to the hallway and dragged me back. She describes how he was wearing a towel and socks. She says after the alleged incident that Diddy and his staff tried to contact her by phone and text. I feel like some of the relevance there leave a last impression that once again, I was escaping a freak off where not only I'm possibly partaking in something that I don't want to do, but I also got physically attacked and I'm trying to get the fuck out of there. Okay. Tearful Cassie tells of Combs' violence during freak offs. We now go back to August 2018 when Cassie alleges Sean Diddy Combs awed her following a meal in Malibu. Like I said before, getting awed on vacation is crazy. Allegedly. She is asked if she had a clear mind at the time, and she replies, a lot was going on. Prosecutor Johnson goes on, do you have any doubt that Sean awed you? Cassie says no. Johnson asks a few weeks later, did you have consensual sex with Sean? Cassie says yes. That's so bugged out. Alleged are happening in consenting relationships is so bugged out, man. Like, because it's that line of, I'll say that topic for a whole nother conversation. I'll save it. She says she wasn't able to say no to Combs, adding, I worried for my safety. I didn't want to do it anymore. This is the last question from the prosecution. It's now the defense team's turn, a final round of questioning. Okay, so the rebuttal, and then a rebuttal of the rebuttal, and then a rebuttal of the rebuttal of the rebuttal. Bet. Defense points out studio time with Kid Cudi, Nicki Minaj, and Rick Ross. All right, so this is why I started seeing tweets yesterday of Nicki Minaj's name coming up. All right. They get away from the hotel and they go to some celebrity names to close out, huh? All right. Diddy's lawyer, Anna Estavo, is now questioning Cassie for a final time. She asks about the world of chaos Cassie spoke of earlier, asking freak offs, drugs, and partying. By being with him, you could meet other people in the entertainment industry and go to fascinating places. Cassie says yes. Stavo goes on, stand by his side at the Met Gala, other opportunities for you. You had an access to producers in the entertainment industry many others do not have. Cassie answers, sometimes, yes. Now, this is what I was asking for earlier. I said, is she really going to get off the stand and then never go in an angle of showing her as an opportunist, or the pros of the things you get by being next to Diddy, snaps his fingers, and you're in the studio with Timbaland or Dr. Dre or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Finally, it's happening here. All right. Sometimes, yes, she says, sometimes my ass. I can't get to the Met Gala. She confirmed she had a lot of studio time during which she got to work with Kid Cudi, Nicki Minaj, and Rick Ross. She is asked if she participated in the freak offs to make Sean Diddy Combs happy, and she says yes. Estavo asks, you believe that you were special in his life because you could give him that. Cassie agrees. Estavo also asks, you believe that you had a special place in his heart, and you believe that today. Cassie says yes. All right. I saw the Nicki Minaj name come up also, something about like she confided in Nicki and Nicki said something to the degree allegedly of, girl, and don't even think about none of that. It's all just stay there. You're in a good spot. You know, I did see that yesterday, allegedly. Cassie believes Diddy sometimes had blackouts. Cassie asked about controlling behavior from Combs, both towards her and others. She says he was controlling towards other artists on his label, Bad Boy Records. Cassie left the label in 2019. She is also asked about Combs' blackouts, periods in which he says he was unable to remember things, including alleged violence towards her. Cassie says she believes he blacked out sometimes. Okay. This is where we found out now publicly about the hotel giving her a big check. A $10 million settlement over intercontinental incident as Diddy leaves, as Cassie leaves the witness stand. And that's going to sound justified because they're showing cover up. They're showing somebody, dude came to the stand and testified about, the footage, and it came out years later. And if she ever called somebody for help, and yeah, that hotel is going to cut a check, B, 100%. 10 million. Talking about the highly publicized security camera footage from the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles, which allegedly shows Combs beating Cassie. Estavo calls the video highly embarrassing to him too. Well, he should be the least of the problems if that comes out, right? Give a fuck about no nigga being embarrassed if he did that to a woman. Nobody's gonna cry for him for that. Estavo asked if the plan was to have a short freak off on that night. Cassie says the plan was to start at 8 and end at 4. Having it like timed and everything is crazy. Take a Xanax and an Ambien, and you will be okay. She says she was feeling overwhelmed by the civil lawsuit going on at the time. Estavo adds, oh, this is a different timing? Your name has been in the press and hard on Mr. Combs too. She asked if Cassie received a settlement over the incident and says she expects to receive 10 million maybe from the hotel. Okay, so she didn't get the money yet, but I expect that check to get cut one way or another, especially in the midst of all this public trial and everything. Emily Johnson for the prosecution then asks if Cassie has any pending lawsuits, and Cassie says no. Let me just say this real quick too. These businesses, you got something like this going on in the midst of this huge publicized trial, Diddy's trial, the Intercontinental Hotel, like you become infamous for certain things. For example, the studio that Tupac was shot in, right? No different than, the hotel that the Cassie video that took place in. There's literally going to be people that it's split. Now, as you being the business, the hotel franchise and the owner, it's split. You got people that's going to say, I ain't booking there. But you got a lot of weird people too that's on some shit like, can I get the floor that it happened in the footage? Like, how do I get that suite? This is the room where the freak off took place. This is the hotel where Diddy dragged Cassie. There's probably people going there and taking pictures right now. If I go on my Instagram, I'm sure I can find somebody walking past, taking a picture of the outside of the hotel. This is what they talk about in trial, y'all. So them cutting that check, their business ain't over from their shit, but they gotta cut it. You don't want that type of press. Like, yeah, as far as what happened to Cassie and the follow-up procedure that we took, yeah, it is what it is. No, they can't do that. They can't do that. But isn't it so bugged out that they may at times even get an increase of attention and bookings because of this? That's bugged out, but that's the world. That's how people are. All right. Um, Cassie's time on the witness stand is now over, and she leaves the court heavily pregnant with her third child. She is due to give birth within a matter of weeks. All right, next witness. Let's move on to the next witness. Still time left in the court. How they like, nah, we got time to get somebody else up there. So there was talk of Shorty from Danny DeCane taking the stage, taking the stand, but it seems that didn't happen, right? Maybe next week. All right. Cassie has now left the courtroom, and it's time for the next witness. Special Agent Yassine Binder will be the next to testify shortly. Court resumes. All right. Baby oil, lubricant, and mood lighting. We are now hearing evidence from the Special Agent Yassine Binder, who has worked at Homeland Security investigations for 5 years, where she is responsible for conducting criminal investigations into domestic incidents as well as crisis negotiations. So that's who Yassine Binder is. Okay. So what are they going to use her for? Let's see. Prosecutor Madison Sizer or Smizer asked her about her search of the Park Hyatt Hotel in New York City following his arrest last year. Okay, she says room 2115 of luxury of the luxury 5-star hotel was searched at 11:30 p.m. on the 16th of September 2024 after a warrant was obtained. She describes the process to the court, saying they cleared the hotel room to make sure no one was there, and then took a video and marked each room with a letter. She says if an item was found, they will call a photographer and take a picture before putting it into an evidence bag. She says items were then brought into the office. The court is then shown photos, which Binder confirms she recognizes. Exhibits include Ziploc bags filled with Johnson's baby oil, an Astroglide, a hard drive. Why do you have a hard drive? Damn, you bringing a hard drive? You collecting that much data in a hotel room? There's a hard drive that was confiscated or found? Or maybe he's just traveling with it and they got raided and caught it. I don't know. That's crazy. Where was he when his house got raided? Was he in a hotel? A lighting device, she says she would describe as potentially mood lighting. 5 bottles of baby oil in the bathtub, in the bathroom, a drawer with 2 bottles of lubricant, bags of powder, which later tested positive for ketamine and MDMA, according to a letter read in court. A fanny pack stuffed with cash. One of the exhibit pictures shows a black bum bag called a fanny pack, okay, containing $9,000 in cash. Binder shows a stack of notes in the court. She asked, is that the standard to take money from someone? Binder answers, the warrant had cash in it, so we kept that. To clarify, she's asked, you took $9,000 because it could be evidence of a crime? Binder answers, yes. Her evidence is now complete. Okay. Combs hit Cassie over the head with a skillet of eggs. What the fuck is this? Dawn Richard, a former member of... Oh, Shorty from Danny Kane did take the stand. Oh, so they was right with the scheduling up front. Okay, so she's the one that's... Okay. All right. Dawn Richard, a former member of girl group Danny DeCane and trio Dirty Money, is now giving evidence. Danny DeCane is a girl group Combs put together on MTV reality show. We know that. Richard sued Combs last year, alleging that he groped, assaulted, and imprisoned her and threatened her life when she tried to intervene in Cassie's defense. Oh. She tells the court of various times she says she observed Combs attacking Cassie, including a time he hit her over the head with a skillet of eggs in 2009. She says on that occasion, when Combs attempted to kick Cassie, she fell to the ground and went into a fetal position, literally lying to hide her head, similar to the hotel footage. And this is why even me, in my opinion, I say, when we watch that footage, there's no way you look at that and say that's the first time that happened. It looks like that's the nature of either their relationship or what Diddy either does to people or does to her or does in whatever type of situations when he's agitated, frustrated, mad, high, whatever, allegedly. You don't look at that footage and say, oh, this is the first and only time. No fucking way. No fucking way. And here goes Shorty from Danny Kane describing a similar situation. You just don't have footage of it. That right there to me, it hit me more than it hit almost the last full day of Cassie's line of questioning. As far as let's move the needle now for Diddy. That moves the needle a lot to me. For me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm being sympathetic towards this woman getting dragged, stomped, kicked, vase thrown. I'm sympathetic to the video. I am. I don't believe that any man should do that to a woman. But the other stuff from Cassie, I was just like, all right, I see how the defense is going to use some of this shit. This right here, I'm the guy, I don't need the footage. If this is something that is going to be vowed to be true, now when she gets crossed, don't let me read that the defense comes back and be like, well, during this time, didn't she do this first? And then they damn near confirm that this happened. This is why I say stuff like this pushes it for me. Like, see, nah, though. Closer and closer to that guilty verdict. But then again, I got to catch myself. He's not being charged with domestic violence. Oh, man, this is going to be a tornado. All right. She says Combs went on kicking and punching her before he put his arm around her neck and dragged her upstairs to the first floor. She goes on. Then I heard glass breaking. I was scared for her. I was scared to do anything. She says she didn't intervene or call the police, adding, I had never seen anything like that before, and I was scared for myself. He was punching his girlfriend. I ain't calling no cops. Shit, if he'll do that to her, what you think he'll do to me? That was her position there. You as well. Did you hang around after this? Cassie, you stay after stuff like this? I just can't keep doing the whole, I just want to make him happy. I just can't keep doing that. Like, if you got to go through this type of shit, leave. This is crazy. Like, somebody wants to stay until what? They accidentally get killed? Like, leave. Save yourself, people. Fucking save yourself. You only live once. Save your health. Save yourself. Oh, fuck. Nigga said she heard allegedly the glass and all that breaking upstairs. Jury is dismissed for the day. The jury has been sent home for the weekend with the judge thanking them for their service. He told them, we know how hard it is for you, your families, for everyone. You are the bedrock for democracy. That last Danny Kane joint was crazy. Oh, of course, there's probably more. This is like recap breakdown, but summarizing more so than anything. But shit, that was enough. Some highlights from the day Cassie described alleged R after dinner in Malibu and Danny Kane stuff and Dawn Richard, taking a stand. Okay, let's keep moving now. Let's see some other, for lack of better words or respectfully highlights that came out of the completion of day one or week one. What's this? Justin Bieber addresses Diddy rumors head on as online speculation surrounding the music mogul's controversial past resurfaces amid his ongoing sex trafficking trial. So finally, this is being everything's good. Old footage. We've seen that a million times. Those two of why it looks weird. Their relationship looks crazy. Justin Bieber at times at this point in his life looks like Hollywood has done a lot to him. But out of his camp, statements are finally coming. What do you guys wait until the Cassie week one is over for you guys to finally make a public statement? I hope so for the young man. Well, he's not young anymore. He's not a kid anymore, but I hope so. Hopefully his name doesn't come up in any wild ways during the rest of this trial. The video, this is what after like a domestic violence supportive walk or whatever, Cassie and her husband. I saw this video. What's this? This was the thing with Chris Brown. Did they dance together? So we went over that. What's this? Cassie says she does not hate Diddy. I have love for our past. Yeah, we saw that. We saw that. Where's the statement? We're gonna find. It's up here somewhere. There's a statement from Cassie's lawyer on behalf of, I believe, Cassie and her husband. Now that she's done, we're gonna check that out. We're gonna check that out. Here it is, right here. But what's this? Cassie reveals she received 10 million settlement from the hotel. Yep. Well, she testified. I should be getting it any day now. All right, let's take a look at what the lawyers say.
It's been extremely challenging, but also remarkably empowering and healing for me. I hope that my testimony has given strength and a voice to other survivors and can help others who have suffered to speak up and also heal from abuse and fear. For me, the more I heal, the more I can remember. And the more I can remember, the more I will never forget. It has been extremely challenging.
All right. I ain't gonna go too crazy with that. That's Cassie and her husband's statement released through their attorney. All right. Let's see some reactions here. Boosie reacts to Cassie alleging her husband, Alex Fine, FaceTimed her while she was having sex with Diddy. What did Boosie say? The husband watched Cassie. And nobody said that from what we read, that he actually watched. We didn't see that. I didn't see that in our reading, Boosie, but the husband watched Cassie and Diddy have consensual sex. He liked to watch too. What the fuck? He a freak too. This shit is crazy. If y'all think these freak offs ain't still going on, y'all crazy. I agree with him with that. There's freak offs happen all around the world. They don't have the name freak offs. They just orgies, sessions, whatever. Everybody got their name for them. In Dubai, women is getting shitted on, and guys is want to know what you could probably even think about as a very, very common freak off. Watch this. What do you think happens at some of these bachelor and bachelorette parties? At that, sometimes the day before or a week before, motherfuckers be getting married. What do y'all think it's just, oh, the fellas night out or the ladies night out? You know how many people's marriages or weddings that week or that weekend were canceled because of what happened the night before, the week before at a bachelor or a bachelorette party? What do you think the movie Hangover is based on? And before I get married, it's up. Vegas, here we come. Like, what's happening at some of these bachelor parties, B? What? Some of these, hell yeah, I'm stirring the pot. Shout out to all, you damn right, it's real. So Boosie's right in that fact. Like, I'm just compounding it with all the references and make y'all think past it. Like, we can't just hear freak off and be like, well, there's probably other weird people in the world having freak offs. Freak offs come in different forms. Bachelor parties, not everyone, but bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, guys' night out, girls' night out. There's sex clubs. What about the porn world, the porn industry? They have those circles as well. The porn industry got parties that they do and club spaces that they might rent out, and they'll get together and 50 of them might start fucking on the dance floor in front of everybody. Who's not going to call that a freak off? There's drugs and ketamine and MDMA, whatever in the air, and liquor, all of that is in the air. Yo, the nigga said stop. Right. Said I'm snitching on the bachelor. But I did throw the bachelorette parties out there too. But I'm just saying it's real. It's real. You want me to shut up? I'm gonna shut up. You want me to stop talking about the people getting shit on in Dubai? Because I don't think that those are always one-on-one situations. These fucking oil owning billionaires out in Dubai and shit probably got a room full of their homies. Watch. I'm gonna shit on. What? I don't want to get graphic here, but freak offs happen every day. B doesn't justify the illegal and the abusive stuff. That's the point. All right. Let me be clear. The illegal and the abusive stuff, we ain't co-signing. But what people want to do in their personal lives sexually and consensually, like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's people that want to be pissed on. What do you want to do? What do you want me to do? I'm snitching. I'm keeping it real. I'm saying what we all know, right? Homie over there, shorty over there, they want to get pissed on. It's a freak off. What I do? ARP, always watch, but first time catching you live. Oh, I appreciate you, homie. Yeah, you're always gonna catch live. I'm always gonna be live in the morning on Saturdays and Sundays, and randomly during the week. But Monday through Friday, the content probably is going to start off the day with more so, the clips and the full episodes that I record Monday through Friday in the mornings. They release the same day as well, and not all of them is even going to. You won't even have to be a member for most of that. The clips you don't have to be a member for none of all clips will be public, unless it's something that I said in the full episode. This is not a big topic. I'm really trying to do this just for the members, and then I'll bring it out as a clip as well. But there's no way you're gonna see like, all right, coverage of Little Dirk or whatever the clip and nobody has access to it. You guys will get access to pretty much everything that you were expecting me to cover. But the full episodes come out during the week. They're turned public after I record them in the morning. But live, yes, randomly during the week, but every Saturday and Sunday in the morning, lives. All right. So another 2 weeks, I think people will get a little bit more familiar with my scheduling and how the content is rolling out on this channel. Another week or two, and I think everybody will be fully caught up because there's been some changes. So that's not y'all fault. But all right, y'all want me to leave the snitching thing alone? I'm snitching. I can't snitch. I'm a civilian. Even if I you can't claim that criminal shit ARP. This ain't a fucking a civilian shit. This ain't a criminal trial. We just talk about you ratting out bachelor parties, B. My bad. All right, let's move on from Boosie. We listened to the statement that the lawyer gave. What is it? Yeah, Dawn Richard testified that she allegedly witnessed Diddy attempt to hit Cassie over the head with a skillet. Yes, we read that. Dragged upstairs, you heard glass and everything breaking. She didn't call the cops because she was scared she would be next. Allegedly. Wow, B. That probably is the bulk of the Diddy stuff. Just in fun. Let me pull this up on TMZ. I saw this. Cassie's testimony. Barry Diddy missed the mark for this case. I'm going to check the box of missed the mark. Okay. Let's see what the poll is. Oh, people got 72% of her testimony. Barry Diddy. So that's one thing that they tried to get ahead of day one, was claiming like the video, claiming he had a temper, claiming that all the stuff that you guys are about to paint me of is not what I'm on trial for. So Cassie's testimony does all of that. Now what's going to happen as more stuff continues to come out from more witnesses and other evidence, it's going to be very easy to believe because we're kind of admitting to and showing evidence of all this stuff with the whole Cassie testimony, everything. So I could understand how people feel like, if I'm forward thinking, I would say, yes, I agree with the Barry Diddy. But if I just only hone in on her 4 days, I think that we were expecting it to just totally make us look at this week 1, and say, it's over. You are done. And I personally don't have that feeling. I don't think it's over for Diddy yet. I don't. All right, unedited Cassie beating video. Same as CNN version, way more menacing. Definitely more menacing because there's times where he's walking around, walking back and forth. And I think it hurt him because it showed a calm side, right? When he came out and the CNN edited footage, slams or kicks or whatever, even his defense could try their best to, hey, I was high, I was enraged, I was cheated on, or she hit me, or whatever, right? But the 15 minutes of it shows like when he walks away, comes back, he walks past it, grabs something out of a hand, maybe a phone, walks away. Even his walk, it just looks so calm, So I think the full length video adds more context to who he is and who they are and what that moment is, and how it also is something that allegedly happens between them, unfortunately. So, all right, I'm on the right side of the gate with that one. Yeah, 70%. Who's winning so far, Diddy or U.S. Attorney? So far, U.S. attorney, because he's not winning right now. He's not winning. I don't think I don't think that they buried him or nothing like that. Right now, I'm gonna sit at like almost 50-50. Almost. But he damn sure ain't winning. Yeah. Yeah, they got 12% for Diddy winning. He damn sure ain't winning. To come out of week one with people looking at Diddy like, oh, he's winning, they would have had to make they would have had to really get Cassie lying, catch her lying a lot. I think she said certain things in honesty that the defense was able to use and that can help their plight or their position. But I don't remember her getting caught in any lies or anything. Like if she got up there and looked like ASAP Relly, then we would be like, Diddy is winning. But that's not what happened. Even though we expected her to be able to bury him, or she would be the one to bury him week one, like it's over, throw away the key, lock him up right now. She damn sure didn't help him. She's just giving the defense angles to use. So prosecution is still in the lead, right? Right. Um, Donald Trump 747. I don't care about that. Justin Bieber. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I'm gonna leave all that political stuff alone for now. All right. Just a little vote and poll that's on TMZ. And is there anything else that we got up here for Diddy and Cassie? No, that's it for Diddy and Cassie. All right. I'm gonna take a quick look at the chat and then I'm gonna get into closing out. We got a couple more topics up here. I shouldn't even say closing out. We got a couple more little smaller things. But that's what I mean about the Cassie and the Diddy trial stuff, man. It took us an hour and 15 to get through all of the updates relating to that. All right. Let me move on. I like that Jim responded to Styles P. Did y'all see the full episode of yesterday's stream? It's up on the channel. It's not set to members only, but I got my reaction in there for Styles P. Styles P did an interview and they asked him about Jim Jones, and Styles P went off. I love the competitive energy between Styles P and Jim right now. It ain't no drama. It ain't no beef. It ain't no disrespect that I've seen. Right. But I love the reaction from Styles P. And then I pulled up some of Styles P's mixtapes and his albums. I reminded y'all of who the Styles P is. I had a little Styles P rant on yesterday's episode. Check that out if you missed it. But I guess after that, Jim responded. The difference between me and them other old heads, at least he's realizing that he's an old head as well, is my motion is present day. Your motion was yesterday. And I say that with all due respect. LOL. Facts is facts. Drop something. Stop telling me what you used to do. You used to be one of my favorite rappers. I used to have a flat top. LOL. That's a good response. You know, that is true. Even though, check out my shit from yesterday. I'm telling y'all, even though my rant was really sided with the things that Styles P was saying, Jim is making a point here. I don't got my hands on a new Styles P album. I don't got my hands on a new Styles P single that I know of. Musically, the last time he really, really crossed my table was the verses. It's just he's done so much and he's such a legend. He's a made man already. Styles P. Styles P doesn't have to do anything for me to. I'll never say anything negative towards Styles P because the run was epic. From his solo albums to the group albums, the run is, and the Locks are still outside. They still doing shows and moving around. He's still around. He's not in career mode and drop. You know what I'm saying? So once you have like kind of gotten to this point in your career after doing what Styles P has already done, I have nothing negative to say about him. It's not like an artist where I got to jump out and be like, you kind of only 3 years into your career. What have you done for me lately? You don't do that to a Styles P. You know, once you already got a championship, you know what I'm saying, ring, you kind of a made man. I know Giannis needs to get a couple more, but you're a made man at that point. Styles is a made man. So I don't got nothing to say about the fact that, yeah, musically, I don't know what's up with him. We do that with like a Bobby Shmurda, okay? Because Bobby Shmurda was getting to his peak, hot nigga and all that, and all that going on, and then he got the indictment. They all got arrested. He came home. Cool. And now we're looking at Bobby now and look what's happened. Like, oh, what's up? Okay, are you able to? He didn't have no legendary run where he's a made man, Bobby Shmurda. He's more of a personality and a story to me than he is a certified music legend. He's not a legend at all to me, musically, Bobby. Styles is. So I like Jim's response. Good angle, because Jim is trying to bring in the today. I'm still out here working. I'm still putting music. I'm still feet to pavement. Style doesn't have to, but good debate, good argument. This is dope hip hop energy right here. If I can get some type of battle from them, Jim just dropped the diss song going at Cam, right? If I can get one of him dissing Styles and then a Styles response, now we talking. We'll be here for that. I'll be here for that. So fun, cool response from Jim. Shout out to both of these guys. Shout out to Jim. Shout out to Styles. And check out that clip from yesterday. All right, I'm coming up to speed. Once again, shout out to Checks and Balances. I saw this morning. I didn't really know what it was about, but I'll get more context with y'all right now.
Mace, when they came out let me see. It's about 17, 18 years now saying that you was fucking a tranny. You ain't seen niggas jump out there and be like, oh yeah, Mace is No, we just trying to see what's up. When niggas was calling you out of your name and you defending yourself, if anybody else jumped in, piling on with the other person, you would feel offended. You ain't see the whole media jump in basically saying, oh, nah, no. So just stay out of my business. And I'm saying it respectfully for all of y'all. Stay out of my business. Woman called me a liar. I'm defending myself. Please don't jump in and try to pick a side already. Unless you're trying to say you're trying to get it up with me. Same thing with Cam. Yo, Cam, when niggas were saying you got socked in the eye by whoever the fuck, what, True Life, this and third, and you showing the pool, this and, bruv, nobody jumped in. Mace, when they came out let me see. It's about 17, 18 years now saying that you was fucking a tranny. You ain't seen niggas jump out there and be like, oh yeah, Mace is No, we just trying to.
So Akademiks, what is he getting into it with Cam and Mace because of the back and forth with him and Stat Baby? Now, I see that a lot going around the internet. I just didn't get into the weeds of it because I didn't really care too much about it. But now if Ak is going to be going back and forth with Cam and Mace, that's going to be a little bit more high profile to me. Like, all right, here goes Cam. What is he doing? Because a nigga like Cam will get into the current lawsuit that Akademiks is still fighting, I believe, right? Cam is the type of person to do that, right? But you see Ak try to take his shots. Like, okay, the confrontation between True Life and Cam, we all know about it. That goes all the way back to the DVD era. Even recently, I think True Life came out with a public statement like, yo, y'all stop saying my name, because I think Cam said a story or something and True Life didn't agree with it. But that's old stuff. The tranny stuff with Mace, I don't know. I don't know. Allegations, whatever. I who knows? But Cam, I don't know if Akademiks wants to go back and forth with Cam. See, the thing is, Akademiks is available more. He streams daily, right? Cam would have to put aside some of the stuff that he's doing on his show if he wanted to have that frequent of a back and forth for Akademiks, because Akademiks would use this as content and he would turn this into a whole, all right, you see the way I got to mess with Little Baby 7 days a week, or Meek Mills 7 days a week. Cam, I get to do that with you now. You're high profile. I'll get views with you as well. Let's go. Right? And then it probably start tearing into all types of angles with Cam. There's angles on both of them. All right. You've been around long enough, you know them. But I seen the shit like people's calling out Akademiks for always getting into it with women. I don't know. I don't know. Just expect a response from Camron. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Shout out once again to Checks and Balances. This is another one I saw this morning. Now this is a little bit more for my more underground. Albial is not really underground, but he's like, he didn't really crack mainstream or nothing like that. But he's one of the guys I'm really rooting for, man. I love his music. I love his mixtapes. But what's he got? An interview or a clip talking about Moneybagg Yo blocking him?
Yo, this nigga Wahlberg trying to get me signed to everybody. Like he like, wow, I think I reached out to Gucci Man for you, bro. He gotta receive. He fuck with the gangsters. He gotta fuck with you. Negative. I've reached out to Yo Gotti for you. Then now let's talk about Yo Gotti. Hey yo, let me tell you, this ain't even got nothing to do with the podcast, but y'all about to get this shit. Yo, check this shit out, cut. I'm talking to my man. This nigga, bro. Oh my god,
that's my boy,
bro. Moneybagg Yo So what the fuck happened with Moneybag Yo? This nigga told who? Oh yeah, I had to remember me and you. This is my brother right here, CB. We had a meeting with the manager of CMG, Times Square. We had a meeting with CMG, the manager, all off of jail, free the gangsters. The jail nigga was just locked up with one of them niggas. You feel me? And he was like, "Yo, I know the nigga." He said he really one of them niggas. Yo, he really the manager. So we meet up with the nigga in Times Square. Red Lobster. We don't even eat Red Lobster. So look, so we go to Red Lobster, right? With this nigga, right? Boom. We in Red Lobster. The nigga said, bring us some bud. I'm like, all right, cool. But nigga, this nigga always got the bud. Shout out to Littles, he always got the bud. You know what I'm saying? So, bruh, let me tell you, because I'm glad I'm telling him because I didn't tell him the to be continue of what happened with that meeting. So we go sit down with the niggas from CMG, right? We go sit down with the niggas, right? Now I fuck with them niggas. You feel
It's
me?
the Real of the Most podcast, y'all.
Niggas listening to their music, cut. We goes there, we sit down. He's like, yo, boom, boom, talking about some, yeah, Al, the niggas talking about you. Nigga don't know me from a can of paint. He just like, yo, I got a vouch from prison. They send you that nigga. We gonna tap in with you. We gonna do what we gonna do. And if you we fucking with it, I'm about to tell Gotti's and shit. We gonna fuck around and sign you. I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't even need to be signed, nigga. Nigga caked up. For real. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I connect the dots, whatever. You feel me? Because I seen my nigga Mozzie go over there for an album. I'm like,
shout out to Mozzie.
Get in a situation like that. Because I'm not about to be locked in with you niggas.
Right.
I'm the leader of my own empire. You feel me? Cut. We ain't hear back from them niggas because of this. Don't you know that 2017, when this nigga Moneybag Yo got booked for a show in Jersey, this nigga think I shot him and robbed him.
What?
Let me tell y'all what happened, bro. This nigga, right? Boom. I got, first of all, boy, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit, bro. So look, second of all, this what happened to this shit, cut. So I'm getting my hair done in the salon. Shout out to Cut Creators. I'm getting my hair done. So the nigga who setting the whole show up, he one of the partners in the show. They booking Bag Yo. You feel me? He hit me up and he like, yo, because the tickets ain't moving. He like, yo, if we throw you on this shit, how much you gonna want for this shit? I'm like, how much I gave that nigga? That's how I be coming.
Right.
I'm like, nigga, you ain't about to penny pinch me, and you pay this OT nigga all this bread. You feel me? This home base. I need my check. He like, come on, Al, man, show me some love. This and the third. Boom, boom, boom. I said, how much you gave that nigga? You gave that nigga like 30 grand, right? I'm like, man, what's up? Turn me up. He like, come on, do me like that. Street nigga. I said, all right, well, give me 10. I'll take 10 because it's late. I need to sell this shit out in 2 weeks. Boom. No, that week they need to sell it out. That week. The nigga, he pays me the deposit. He gives me the deposit, 5 grand right there. I'll be right back. Give me the deposit. I goes to the so now I send them the picture for the flyer. They put me on the flyer. I post this shit. As soon as I post this shit, show's canceled.
God.
Jersey police like hell no, nigga. I guess when I was banned, banned. They banned me from Jersey. Hey, cancel good as her. So Moneybag Yo coming to town. They come do the performance, but the show is canceled. So I guess the niggas that booked him, they like, yo, nigga, we need our money back. Our shit is canceled.
Right.
And he wasn't going for that. Niggas followed him up the fucking turnpike, ripped on him. His man got hit in the head, all type of shit. This nigga said Al did that shit. So that's what that nigga said. That's what bro said. Like, yo, yeah, that's why they didn't reach back out to you because they said Moneybag Yo think you got him hit. Like, what the fuck?
What?
I just got on the show 2 days before the show even happened. Like, I got nothing to do with the show.
Wow.
Like, what the fuck, nigga? What the fuck I
You
do
see
that
how
to you
fast
for?
people put stuff on your name though? Like
crazy shit, bro. Like, and this ain't no clout shit or nothing.
Now, of course, if he did have anything to do with it, wouldn't he be the worst for speaking on anything around this situation? It'd be one of those classic, what the fuck are you talking about this shit for on the internet moments, right? But the way he even landed into talking about the situation to begin with, he just seemed like so caught up. Oh, I wasn't trying to plan and talk about this enough. Like, yo, let me paint out a picture of what really happened. At least from his whole delivery, it don't seem like he got shit to do with it. The story don't sound like it would make him be involved in it anyway, right? That really would make sense. That if he was banned and the police or whatever, that show is a wrap, it's not happening, right? So then Moneybag Yo comes into town. he still wants his back end. Like, wait, nah, I need my bread. Or he doesn't want to return his deposit, even though the show got canceled. He starts skating, and the promoters allegedly, or anybody involved in the show, or anybody that might be tired and feel like they lost money, or that money back, owes them some money back, they get at him, right? Allegedly. Oh, right? Maybe. Well, I'll be out. Maybe is don't have people on the internet saying that the promoters or people behind the booking could have been involved in the shooting up of Moneybagg Yo's car. Like, I gotta be careful there, right? But I never heard the story, of course, from Moneybagg Yo's side, and especially if somebody was actually hit. But I don't know. I really, really fuck with Al, man. I want him to win. I really, really do. Real quick, I just want to say this as it relates to Al. I'm gonna play this in the gym today. This is one of my favorite tapes that have come out in a while. Al, Colba's coming. And this track list, the way it starts, like the first 5 songs straight, is the Shots to His Face, the one with my man Arsenal. Shout out to my nigga Arsenal. But I mean, the whole tape is dope. You could play the whole tape. There's kind of no skips, but this shit just goes so fucking crazy. This tape, man. This towards the end of the stream, so I'll play a little bit. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta be careful. It's YouTube.
Great sweater guy. You can hate, take the shit up the rate sweater. Anytime I drop it, take the shit up the rate sweater guy. You can hate, but how you slice it.
I'll be getting cake. Yeah, come here, pretty girl. Let me fuck your face. In the clip, don't like Puffin Mace. No Diddy though. Started out from the basement. Now I'm the inside like a spaceship. Thought you wasn't stand up until I read your statement. Rat. It's my shit. It's my shit, B. I'm telling you, this shit right here is so throw a chair music. Niggas get stabbed type. This right here. Let's see if I can just play the way this beat comes on. This drops on y'all. Okay. Let me let it play a little bit more. Hold on. I gotta be careful, YouTube.
I was taught to take my wins with my fucking loss. I seen the best die. That's why I'm moving cautious. Roll like a fucking tourist. I'm the king of the
king of the bosses. Yo, go play that. I can't play too much for you. I'm sorry. I know I'm not doing it justice because YouTube, you know how it is with music. Y'all gotta go play that tape. Speaking of music, I'm gonna do some more music and some more movies in a second before we get up out of here. But speaking of music, my man Cass DM'd me. I guess he posted this recently, so he DM'd me. Why didn't I share it? I'm not sure. Did I share it? But yeah, shout out to my man Cass, man. Shout out to my man Cass. This was fun times creating this. Let me bring this up. This was definitely fun times. Definitely fun times.
What up, it's your boy ARP and Rare. Yo, hold on, everybody stop everything right now. I see Bars is back walking into the building, and that's the energy over there in the cut. I got 250,000 for a 1-round battle right now. What we doing?
Can't forget that you had a difficult past, but see, I called it too to get the guap. Bitch, I did a lot, but got more to do. I send the beat your mo.
Did y'all hear that? He just posted it 21 hours ago. I guess that's why he forwarded it to me. But so when I went to the studio to do this with him, one of the toughest tricks of it was I did the intro and I did the intermission because the song is built like him battling, once again, the energy versus Bars is back, right? 2 different people. And I'm like the lead owner, and I see one of them walk in. I'm like, oh, hold on, I got money on him right now. And then one goes, and when the second one goes, I'm like, oh shit. Matter of fact, I do the closeout too. So I do the intro that you just heard. I'll do the intermission when the second one is going, and then I do the closeout. Like, man, I don't know who won that, but now I need a full battle. Let's bring that on stage. What we do? But the toughest part about doing that shit in the stew is lining up my rant as the beat drops and he's supposed to rap. It's like the timing of it. And we both got footage of it, me and him. I probably did like 1,000 takes for him doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I love the way it came out, and this beat is so is wild.
With calculus and chemistry, I came to the conclusion I'm empathy. This a win for me. You either family, a friend to me, or you my enemy.
I forgot I had little ad libs as he was going. You hear me? This shit. Overhyping it. No, not overhyping it in the sense that he's not crazy, but me, I'm just doing a lot in the background. If y'all haven't heard this, go to his page, check it out. It was dope to do a little feature with the homie Cassidy, man. That's my guy. What else? All right, let's stay on music real quick. I'm gonna switch it up. Because what did I do? What music did I do the other day? I did what did I bring up the other day? Damn, I'm forgetting what I brought up the other day. Either way, I knew that what I was bringing up today was going to be a little bit different because you got to switch these regions sometimes, man. And we can't forget some of our GOATs and some of our legends. And today, I just want to give a big shout out to 666 Mafia. 3-6. Some people think it's devil's music. Some people think that whatever, you know, a lot of drug-laced lyrics and influence, and they've had songs that have even been banned in the club. Tear the club up. Tear the club up. I remember being in Atlanta and hearing that, and it was just like, you look around, and get off the dance floor if you just can't hold your own too. Like 666 Mafia, they deserve to have that verses as well, because we forget how important 3-6 Mafia is to hip hop. We forget. I hope we don't. I hope some of y'all don't forget. I don't forget. But what's this? Choices. Hypnotized Camp. Got that one. This CD right here, When the Smoke Clears, this one right here, that to me is their best album. Musically, sonically, it's crazy. It's like, how many tracks is it? 22 tracks. This to me is definitely their best joint. I have the actual record, the vinyl of this hanging up on my wall in the gym. And you could just play this straight through damn near. You got the Hypnotized Camp Posse. I think that was more of like a collab album with a bunch of artists that wasn't necessarily part of 3-6 Mafia. People got introduced on this album like T-Rock. Some of y'all don't know who the hell I'm talking about when I say T-Rock, but I might get into him later on a different stream. Speaking of Tear the Club Up, do y'all have it? 3-letter, you all right? You all right, 3-letter? You with me? Are you able to keep up? I know the answer to that, but I still got to check on you sometimes. You all right? All right. This is me, people. This is me. All right? It's me. This is me. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo. I always felt like Gangsta Boo could rap, B. She really could. She got some other albums too. Which one? Both Worlds. And which one was this one? The Soap Opera. Yeah. But you want to know, if you like Gangsta Boo, you probably like this woman as well, LeChat. And they got in and out tracks together. I think on the Smoke Clears album, LeChat and Gangsta Boo, where they rap together, and that track is crazy. What else does she got? LeChat got an album called Dramatized. That was dope. I got him, people. Gotta show some love to 666. Got to. All right. Let's do some quick movies, and then we're going to get up out of here. First, I'm going to ask y'all, and I'll do the childhood second. We got some hood classics that never really got to a high level of notoriety. Like, let's say a Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society. Certain movies never get all the way up there, you know, but they still got these cult followings, and we recognize them. And I want to know which of these two are better. Strapped or Fresh? Which one is better? Strapped or Fresh? Right? You look at movies like Fresh, you know, busting your dope moves. Was a little Chucky in there, and he was hanging up dogs and shit. Like, I'll tell you a quick personal tie to the movie Fresh. I'm in it, right? As an extra in the playground scene when where the girl gets shot. Can't really see me like that. I was one of the people in the background playing basketball. I was just an extra on the scene. It was a 2-day. I was there for 2 days. I think I got paid like $700, something like that. A little kid. My mom's had me in the streets, man. She had me a little agent that used to land us interviews and jobs. I would get like some Sports Illustrated magazine. I did one of those playing basketball because my resume was he could play basketball. He's this height. He can skateboard. He does this. He does whatever. And every once in a while, give me a little interview, a little job, something like that. I think me and my mom's did. My mom's had me doing it for probably like 3 or 4 years, something like that. Maybe like 3 years. As little kids, it was my first little way of making money before I was old enough to work and actually earn money. So I probably did it from like 9 to like 13 or something. I don't know, somewhere in that range. I forget. But yeah, I was in Fresh as an extra. But Strapped, even though I'm in that, Strapped is the winner. No bias, man. We keep it 1,000. Strapped is the winner to me. This particular DVD ain't even open. Still in a plastic. But yeah, when he turned around and shot that girl on accident, that's one of the most classic scenes and depictions of just the reckless nature of innocent bystander. They went there, like they really like her getting hit, and then her shirt starting to soak in blood, and her mom's coming. They ran out the store. His homie outside. Yo, what happened? He's like, yo, just run. Threw the gun in the gutter. Yeah, this is crazy. Remember we tried to kill his man at the end? He's a great actor. It really is. Fredro Starr, he really is a good actor. He's kind of like, we had some rappers that did a good job. Cam did a great job in Paid in Full. Fredro did an amazing job in Strapped. Amazing job. Actually, when we think about it, he might be top 3, top 5 rappers to deliver movie performances. So Pac is the best actor of all rappers. He is. He's a natural. He was born to do it. He went to school for this shit, performing arts. That's why some people call him fake or whatever. Pac was such a talent. Pac belonged in the music industry and the movie industry. He belonged in both. Pac is so fucking talented, man. So Pac is number 1 as far as being an actor. Cam, I would keep up there if his other performances after Paid in Full were just as good. Because when I seen him, like, what was it, like Paper Soldiers or whatever, Cam's performances fell off. They felt like some typical little hood DVD type shit. Like, it was nothing like Paid in Full. So that hit to me is his only good performance. Everything else is like, Cam, you're not really that good as I thought you was. I don't know where the fall off happened. What happened? I don't know. But Fredro, like, wasn't he on was he on Moesha and everything too? He made it to TV sitcoms too. He might be top 3, top 5. Shit, even Sticky Fingers. 2 niggas from Onyx. Sticky Fingers landed the Blade TV show, right? You got Pac, you got Fredro, you got Sticky. Those are some great actors. Gravy did a great job on the Notorious movie. A lot of people might not know who I'm talking about. Gravy did a good job. There's a couple out there, but yeah, Pac takes the title there. And last but not least, I'm gonna ask y'all to choose which one was a bigger movie from your childhood. I'm gonna ask y'all, Labyrinth or The Goonies? Y'all do understand that this is where Jim Jones got his One Eye Willie from, right? Y'all know that, right? One Eye Willie, the pirate that they was chasing down to go find the treasure. That's where Jim Jones got it from. But Labyrinth was ahead of its time. I ain't gonna lie. The only thing about Labyrinth that some people is, it's got the musical inserts because what is that? What's the name? Is it Billy? David Bowie? Yeah, Bowie. Yeah, he's a musician, right? So you have those moments where he's gonna do his 1-2 and you gotta watch the song and shit. But as kids, it was cool to see that too. Mixing that in. I'm trying to make it a tough pick. It's not that easy when you think about it. I know a lot of people probably want to go Goonies, but it's not as easy as you think. You know, I'm gonna fall back on picking. I gave y'all a winner for the last one, but I'm gonna fall back on me giving y'all a pick for my Goonies and Labyrinth. I will have to give it a little bit more thought. I don't want to do it right now. They're two classics. Two classics. Three classics total. Fresh is not a classic to me. Strapped is a classic. Goonies is a classic. There's a classic. All right. Somebody in the chat put a shout out to our members. MSM put Sunset Park is your shit. Kelson's going with the Goonies. Oh, we got other rapping actors. All right, let me look at this. There you go. All right. So yes, Pac is number one. Cube. Damn, you try to make it tough for me to keep Fredro in the top 5. I see that's about to happen. LL. Fuck. Yeah. Damn, Queen Latifah. Look at her. She's got multiple movies, shows. A lot of people's gonna go to set it off. Ludacris. Yeah. The Fast and Furious franchise. One of the biggest movie franchises in movie franchise history. Common is amazing. He's in movies like what's the action movie with Alicia Keys in it and shit. He did a great job there. Common, he's in a bunch of good action movies. Now that I think about it. All right. Plays that. John Wick is another one that he's in. He does well in action movies, playing that sinister type of vibe. Please argue that top 5. Yo, Al, you got a dope 5 right here. I think you're right. You pushed Fredro out of the top 5, maybe. Fredro is one-dimensional. Cube is not one-dimensional. Pac is not one-dimensional. Queen Latifah is not one-dimensional. LL is not one-dimensional. Common is closer to being one-dimensional. Well, nah, Common got more range than Fredro. I only see Fredro one way, like in how the role that he played in Strapped. Or you put him with Moesha, play the thugged out boyfriend that's coming to the crib, right? He's one-dimensional. He doesn't have as much range as the people that you got up here. Yeah, you got me there. You got me there. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, what you start to do is you make me compare just overall raw talent, Will Smith and Pac. Will Smith is just showing us so much more, right? Pac, his career was cut short, unfortunately. So you're right. Okay, it's Will Smith number 1. He's done too much. He's done too much. And yeah, you got to say a rapper turn actor, right? When people say best league owners, you can't leave me out of it because, oh, he's a podcaster now. Like, you know me as a league owner, all right? As Will Smith is, we met you as a rapper. Oh, man. Labyrinth is like a fever dream movie to me. Hey, you guys. I'm glad I bring stuff up and everybody knows what the fuck is going on. No. And my reaction right there might throw some of y'all off. No. DMX damn near acts the way we see him as a rapper. And his range was always going to be limited. We heard his more laid back, unscruffy dog voice at times in some of the movies. We knew that he was capable of doing it. It's like, yo, what's your real voice, man? But no. DMX is not seeing anybody in that top 5 that we already put. He's not seeing Will Smith. If you want to argue him versus Fredro because neither one of them have that much of a range, I'm cool with that. DMX is bigger than Fredro. It's not about who's the bigger, people. It's about who's better. All right. It's not about who. I see that in the chat. DMX top 10 if top 5. DMX is not top 5. We just put up a list that definitely has a lot of people that would be considered top 5. So, but I love the feedback. I love when y'all are hit. All right. Last but not least, drop me a comment, people. Let me know if I need to change these J's. I got a 4, I got a 3, and I got an 11. Some of the best colorways in all of those. My favorite colorway, like I said the other day, in the 11s is the first one's the black and white. That's my second favorite colorway. This is either my first or my second colorway as well. I like the true blues. And when it comes to the 4s, Nah, just the plain white with the, they call those the cements, just the white and gray ones. That's my favorite colorway. No, so none of these are my favorite colorways. I could switch these out every day of the week. But let me know if y'all rocking with the lineup. You see the changes in the background. I'm gonna be swapping out this Bad Boys probably by next week, and that Menace might go. Not because Menace isn't a classic movie, but because I don't like the way it looks. It's not clear enough. That blue isn't hitting enough on camera. The Boys in the Hood might stay, but keep an eye on the background. As far as the Bear Bricks and all the little supplement stuff that was y'all guys were seeing, I dumbed it all down. I took it all out. Less clutter. You know, we're gonna keep 4 Bear Bricks, and I'm gonna be swapping around classic movies. As far as like the other little small characters that you do see, I got Saget over there to represent Street Fighter, and behind me, I got Scorpion to represent Mortal Kombat. All right. My top 3 fighters of all time is Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Killer Instinct in no order. So if I found a way to squeeze in a Killer Instinct, I would. But right now, I kind of like how things are with just switching around the movies. So let me know. You can drop that in the comment too. Put Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter in order if you can. Also, let me know y'all rocking with the more, you know, flattened, simplified background with the movies and adding some classic sneakers. Because like I said, I keep swapping those out every day of the week if I really wanted to. Keep the comments coming. Labyrinth versus Goonies. How do y'all feel about 666 Mafia? Going back to the first topic, let me know how y'all feel about Diddy trial wrapping up first week and star witness Cassie completing. You know, how's things looking for him? Better or worse? Or are you still in the middle? I'm still in the middle. Keep the comments and the feedback coming. Y'all, I got y'all. I will see y'all live in the morning again tomorrow morning. And we'll do more like this. I'll be more interactive. I'll hang out, I'll answer questions. I'll read supers. I'll bring up some more albums and all that. We'll do that tomorrow. For the rest of the day, keep your eye out. I'm going to be putting some clips up for anybody that's missed the live stream and doesn't want to sort through it. And I don't know, man. So much going on. Just stay subscribed and cut your notifications on. I can't even keep up with all the activity of this fucking channel, but I got y'all. All right, enjoy y'all Saturday. We'll be back.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry Street Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
Without my thing, still got a gun.